Yesterday I realized that I've actually done a lot of crazy things in the past. Crazy, not in a very, very well, not so bad way, but I realized I actually hurt a lot of people in the past. And then when I got to speak to one of them yesterday, I felt really, really excited because I felt it was an opportunity for me to apologize for being such a douchebag so many years ago. Hi, welcome to A Dash of Colors. My name is Mimi, and today I will be doing a throwback to my past. In 2016, I met a guy. I'm going to keep his details very secret. This is more like a proper way of apologizing again, but this time around to everybody's hearing. Okay, so I met a guy in 2016, and I met him through someone else, a friend. I was still in second year. Trust me, in second year, I only knew of two plans, which were one, to graduate with a first class, two, to leave school, a good girl. So I really did not want anything to interfere with that, and that was all I was about those years in school. I basically just went through school. I just passed along and came out. Okay, so there's this guy. He actually cared about me a lot. He cared about me a lot. I know he cared about me a lot because he cared and stayed around for over 3 years until my final year in school. Okay, so he kept asking me out, and I kept saying I wasn't interested. I was very mean to him. I was very rude to him. I did so many stupid things. But now I think of it, I feel I was so naive. I know it's really not okay to hurt people, especially with my actions and words. Yes, it's understandable to say I do not feel the same way or I am not interested in something, but there are better ways of communicating all those emotions without making someone feel totally stupid about their feelings. But I was like that because in school I was so full of myself. I felt I was very brilliant, very intelligent. I had a very fixed vision for my life, and I did not imagine that someone would come along and ruin it. That was my perception of a relationship. A man coming into my life to ruin my plans. So it was a very crazy ride for him in particular, because I remember those days he would walk into my room and I'll walk out. And then he'd probably sit there all day waiting for me, and I'm not coming. I'll keep calling my roommates to know if he had gone, and I would only come back when they say he had gone. So it was a very stupid thing to do to someone, and I would never, ever teach my children, my daughters in particular, to be that mean to anyone who actually professes feelings to them. There are better ways of communicating how you feel about a particular person without making the person feel like a complete douchebag, which was basically what I did. So in 2018, I was about graduating, or I have graduated. So I went to the same guy that I ignored for 3 years and treated like a piece of crap, and I went to him on a WhatsApp post. Actually, I replied his status and hey, so there are a couple of men right now, and then I'm thinking of being in a relationship. Are you interested in still being in a relationship with me? And now I think of it, I'm like, babe, really, you had to do that after 3 whole years of being such a crazy, mean girl to this guy? Well, I did. Because at that point, I felt like I had smashed my goal. Although I didn't get to first class, I had a 2-1. But I felt I had smashed one goal, and then I was out. So maybe I had time for a relationship, and then probably get a job and whatever happy other ending I had in my head. So, but I replied his status that particular day, and I said what I said about wanting him to be my boyfriend. And he said, no. Literally, he said, get lost. Okay, I know he's going to listen. He did not say get lost, but he meant it that way. I felt he meant it like that. I was hurt because, well, I had to. It took a lot of ego to actually come and ask him to be my boyfriend. Well, again, when you think about it, I ignored this dude that cared about me for 3 whole years. So it was actually normal. He was in his place to feel like, okay, so now I'm an option now, right? I know, I understand that feeling, but that was exactly what I did. And that's why I keep saying that I felt guilty for so many years, and I tried talking to him, but I really did not want to raise the dust. But I was so glad when he finally called me yesterday, and I'm like, hey, the universe just gave me an opportunity to make up for being such a stupid person in school. So when I sent the messages to him and he outrightly rejected me, I felt so dumb. I felt, oh my god, this is the first time I'm actually asking the guy out, and then he ignores me. And then in my little brain, I forgot that he actually asked me out for 3 whole years, and I ignored him. Okay, so I went ahead, deleted his number because I was pissed. I'm like, why would you treat me like that? I was pissed. Deleted his number, said I wouldn't want to talk to him anymore. And then later, I think he came back to me a month later, and then he's asking me about the relationship. I told him I had options of going into if I didn't go for him, and he was asking me about that, and I lashed out and probably said so many other bunch of stupid things to him. And funny enough, I was very single then. It was just my ego that was still speaking as at that point. So I feel like I'm talking about it right now because I really need to make people understand that there's actually nothing wrong with someone liking you, and someone liking you is not a hindrance to whatever visions you have for yourself. You can always create space, room to let someone love you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with receiving love from somebody. You can simply create boundaries, of course, but you do not have to shut yourself out of feeling anything for somebody. I missed a particular important part of this story, and it was one of the reasons why I didn't actually date him, because at some point I actually liked him, but being someone that is a near perfectionist, I did not want to ruin my plans of not having a boyfriend until after final year. And then I had fellowship. I got so crazy and entangled with this fellowship, and the fellowship made me a leader, and one of the rules is you cannot have a boyfriend. And I'm like, wow, okay, I actually like this guy now. I cannot even be with him anymore because I'm serving God. But he really did not understand all those things. He felt I was just being a douchebag. Yes, I was a douchebag, but I hope you get to listen to this, and I hope you realize that I was just a very naive girl who probably felt a lot of things, or who felt she had vision so big that she wasn't ready to let any other person walk in and ruin it, even if the person was willing to be 100% supportive. I have changed. I'm trying to be a changed person. Okay, but thank you so much for calling me yesterday. And guys, I'd like to know what you think about my story. How would you feel if someone who hurt you shows up and the person is apologizing? Are you going to take the apology, or you're going to shut them out? Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe, turn on the notification bell, so whenever I upload a podcast, you would be the first person to know. Thank you so much for listening. Have a lovely day or night.